Hello, this is Basic Electronics Engineering. The course code is EC201. The contact hour is 3 lecture classes. The total contact hour is 36 hours. The credit point of this subject is 3. Myself, Dr. Indranath Sarkar. I am the Associate Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering of GIS College of Engineering, Kollani. This course has 4 number of outcomes. We expect the students will be at the end of the course the student will be able to demonstrate PN junction diode, ideal diode models and its circuit analysis, application of diode and special diodes. The student also will be explained how operational amplifiers are modeled and analyzed, and to design operational amplifier circuits to perform operations such as integration, differentiation on electronic signals. The students must analyze the concept of both positive and negative feedback in electronic circuits and its applications. The student must develop the capability to analyze and design simple circuits containing nonlinear elements such as transistors, using the concept of load lines, operating points and the incremental analysis. This course is comprised of 6 number of modules. Each module has the number of class limited, that is 5 number of class assigned to module 1 on basic semiconductors, 7 contact hour assigned to module 2 on PN junction diode and its applications. Module 3 has 8 contact hour on bipolar junction transistor. Module 4 has field effect transistor to describe within 6 contact hour. 8 contact hour assigned to module 5 where feedback and operational amplifier will be discussed, and the 2 contact hour assigned to module 6 where the cathode ray oscilloscope will be discussed. This is the prerequisite required for basic electronics engineering. Normally prerequisites are essential to understand a certain course. In this case, as the students are entering after class 12 into BTech courses and the basic electronics engineering is studied in the first year, so here we expect the basic course of electronics engineering progress from the fundamentals of electricity, direct current, devices and circuits, series and parallel circuits, to the study of active and passive components, Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, that is Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law, as well as Ampere's law. In the modern electronics part of the physics in the 10+2, all these items have been taught. So students should recapitulate these theory as well as mathematical formula before going to opt for basic electronics engineering. So therefore Kirchhoff's law, especially the Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law as well as Ampere's law, have plenty of applications in the design part of electronics devices, because basic electronics circuit is normally tells about the component description. That means there are several components exist in basic electronics engineering subject. All these components are defined, its characteristics defined, as well as the combination of such component may produce complex circuitry, and the categories of circuit and its input and output characteristics all have been defined. So basic electronics is an important subject. Here students are going through the description and characteristics of all these components, so that in future whenever they are interested about circuit realization, they shall recall about the characteristics they have studied in basic electronics engineering. And for this subject, the data sheet validation of each of these components are required to be carried out by the student, because some component whatever studied has limited features to be explained within the class, and there are detailed feature exists in the datasheet. If the student is interested to create some model, then student should deal with datasheet, the how to see the datasheet, and how what are the parametric values required to observe from the datasheet will be discussed in the class. So basic electronics engineering is one of the important subject for any engineering domain, because uh, nowadays there are many interdisciplinary projects are going on in which some electronic circuitry exists. So irrelevant of the department, electronic circuit may be applied to many issues. So that is why basic electronics has contribution about the basic characteristics understanding for those components. So students must give full attention about the characteristics as well as description, mathematical equation whenever discussed for each of the components. Now in the course outcome and program outcome mapping, we are seeing that there are 12 number of program outcomes which are mapped to the course outcome statements. So here, as 4 number of course outcome statement exist for basic electronics engineering, they are having different weightages assigned to each of the column of program outcomes. And here 3 depicts the high weightage assigned for a certain mapping, and 2 means the moderate linking, and 1 stands for the least linking. And when there is no link, it is kept vacant with a dashed line. Now basic electronics is the foundation engineering subject, as well as it is the basic engineering subject. It has the uses of modern tools regarding the simulation of the circuits, as well as it has long-term relation to the student regarding the implementation of projects. So it's a lifelong learning weightage is very high, as well as various surrounding that is applications in the surrounding environment exist. That is why basic electronics engineering is mostly a foundation subject. That is why at the initial part of the program outcome 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has a great linkage with basic electronics, as well as program outcome 11 and 12 are also. So if we look at the modern tool uses, as well as the project initiative, as well as the foundation engineering concept, we are getting higher weightage for the basic electronics engineering with those program outcomes. And similarly, if we have some long target, that is after a long duration, we have a target to implement certain circuitry which is useful for the mankind, that type of target may be fulfilled, and that is lifelong learning has a great importance on basic electronics engineering, because we sometimes we have a future target of implementing any circuit or applications for the mankind. So that is why basic electronics are getting higher weightage in that part. The course has objective impart fundamental knowledge to understand the basic of semiconductor and components like diode, transistor, FET, MOSFET, and operational amplifier. It will be it would build mathematical and numerical background for design of electronic circuit and components value. Students equipped with the knowledge and training provided in the course will be able to participate in the design and development and operation in the different area of electronic systems. So therefore basic electronics has a widest domain of application, because it is dealing with the components which are required to implement electronic circuitry. So all the basic components are included regarding its description, input characteristics, output characteristics. So that is why whenever there is a project related work, basic electronics recalled. So that is why it has a long time application for students of any department, because in any department there is a project realization with electronic circuitry. For any domain it involves uh, the concept of Welcome to Basic Electronics Engineering. We are discussing module 4, field effect transistors. Today we will discuss about the metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, the depletion mode of metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor construction, depletion type of metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, its symbols, basic operations, p-channel depletion mode metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors. The abbreviation MOSFET refers to metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. There are two types of MOSFETs. One is the D MOSFET, another is the E MOSFET. The D MOSFET abbreviation stands for the depletion type metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. It is a mode of operation. In this mode, it operates the same way as a JFET when VGS is less or equal to 0. So depletion MOSFET is nothing but the similar type of operation which we have seen when VGS is smaller than 0 volt, that is for N channel JFET we already have seen. That is p-type semiconductor at the gate terminal is applied negative voltage. So this operation is almost similar to the depletion type of MOSFET. It operates in enhancement mode like E MOSFET. That means E stands for enhancement mode when VGS is more than 0. So when VGS is positive, what happens? The channel is more wider because the depletion region will be almost vanishing. There is thinner and thinner. So that is why chances of flow of electron or effective width of the depletion, effective width of the channel will be increased under VGS greater than 0. Now under enhancement mode, MOSFET, it operates with IDS equal to 0 until VGS is greater than VT. This is the depletion type of MOSFET construction, in which we can visualize that a typical p-type semiconductor is taken initially, which is known as the substrate. Above the substrate there is a silica layer which is shaded with slash lines. So silica layer coating has been given at the top. Now in the p-type semiconductor, first before giving the silica layer coating, N-channel terminals have been diffused. That means N-channel drain and N-channel source. So the N-type of drain and N-type of source has been diffused, and between the two number of N-type terminals, that is drain and source, there is a N-type of channel which has been diffused. So this N-type of channel is previously constructed by the manufacturer before being supplied. So channel is already formed. From the substrate also there is another substrate terminal taken out for reference. So after creating all this drain well, source well and the channel well, silica layer has been given, a coat has been given for insulation, and thereafter two number of well has been created at the drain and source, so that metallic connection can be taken out of the drain and source impurity. Now over the gate region there is a silica layer, and above the silica layer there is a metal deposit given. So here the gate terminal is taken out, so the drain, the source, leads connect to the N-doped regions. These N-doped regions are connected via N-channel. This N-channel is connected to the gate via thin insulating layer of silica. The N-doped material lies on a P-doped substrate that may have an additional terminal connection called SS. So therefore, depletion type of depletion mode of MOSFET, we need to uh, consider. This is if we compare, or if we find the similarity with JFET, we need to consider the region for which uh, VGS is less than 0. In case of junction feedback transistor, so that uh, type of operation will be followed in depletion mode MOSFET, depletion type of MOSFET. And here one thing is clear, that as the channel is previously uh, created, so therefore if we apply gate voltage negative, what will happen? The silica layer is working as the dielectric material of the capacitor. The capacitive plates, conductive plates, one is the metallic connection of gate terminal, another is the N-type channel. Both are conductive. That is, N-type semiconductor is having more conductivity, similar to the conductor, but it is less than the conductivity of conductor. So that is why one side N-type plate, one side is metal in the gate terminal. So therefore, in between silica is working as the dielectric material of a capacitor. So if we apply negative voltage to the gate terminal, what will happen? More and more positive ions, that is donor ions, will be attracted towards the gate terminal, but they cannot penetrate the silica layer. That is, insulation layer will not be penetrated, but they will be induced. That is, plus ions, that is bulky donor ions, will be gathering at the top surface of the channel nearer the gate terminal. So this will increase the width of the depletion region, and therefore the width of the channel, that means effective width of the channel, will be reduced gradually. Now, as we already have discussed in case of JFET, that more is the drain to gate voltage, more will be the kinetic energy of the charge carrier, that is electrons, nearer the drain end, and this will uncover more and more donor ions, that means donor ions from electron. So uncovering will produce effective width of the channel more reduced nearer the drain end. That is why we are seeing the width of the depletion region is not equal in all the region, because drain voltage with respect to source is less compared to drain voltage with respect to gate, because of the gate voltage is negative. So here are the symbols of the depletion type MOSFET given. That means first is the depletion type of MOSFET symbols, and thereafter initially P channel depletion type of MOSFET has been shown, in which the substrate terminal is going outside, and if we consider the bottom one, in that case substrate has been connected short circuit, so that is commonly used. Substrate is normally short circuit with the source terminal, and in case of N channel, we see the arrow direction of substrate terminal is reverse compared to the P channel, and also in case of N channel, we are keeping the substrate terminal short circuit with the source terminal. So this is all about the D MOSFET symbols, and this is the basic operation of D MOSFET. Here the drain to source voltage is more and more positive, and we are finding, so here the depletion mode or enhancement mode both are shown, because for the depletion mode we are getting the gate to source voltage is negative or less than 0 volt, and in case of enhancement mode, the drain to source voltage, the gate to source voltage is positive more and more. So therefore we are seeing that the gate to source voltage when reaches the threshold voltage, that means the negative most negative voltage, that will make the channel thinner, that means the depletion region wider, so that there is no chances of charge carrier to flow through the channel. And the 8 milliampere is the drain to source saturation current, because gate to source voltage at this point is 0 volt, and thereafter again there is a increase of drain current beyond the drain to source saturation current. The drain current could be increased if we apply positive voltage to the gate to source terminal, because positive voltage application will make the depletion region more thinner, therefore width of the channel will be increased more, so that more and more charge carriers will be flowing through the channel. Hence, therefore, it is pretty clear that the depletion mode MOSFET uh, has been modified in such a manner so that we can cross the drain to source saturation current to a great extent. That means we can increase the drain current to some higher value, and we can get the drain current more than the drain to source saturation current. So this is one of the great advantage of utilizing such configuration. And if we look at the voltages of the gate to source voltage, at the top it is plus 1 volt, which is not possible in case of the depletion type of MOSFET, or in case of not depletion, in case of JFET we are not finding such advantage. And as we are decreasing the gate to source voltage gradually, we are getting less drain current. So therefore it is a combination of two thing has been made here possible. That is, on the one plot only we are getting the depletion type of MOSFET as well as enhancement type of MOSFET. At the bottom it is shown that when the pinch of voltage has reached the minus 6 volt, which is the gate to source voltage, and we are not getting any current through the channel, that means the channel has been fully blocked. We are telling that the channel has been pinched off. So therefore none of the current is flowing through the now so therefore if we now go to uh, the P channel type, that means the P channel depletion type mode of MOSFET, we have this characteristics. Now here in addition to the depletion type of MOSFET, enhancement type of MOSFET has also been discussed. So if we look at the configuration of the P channel depletion type of MOSFET, it is a N type semiconductor taken, and P channel has been induced uh, at the middle for the channel construction, and thereafter there are two more P plus regions at the drain and the source end, and thereafter a silica layer has been coated over, through which there are two wells created of drain terminal and source terminal for a metallic connection. Now gate terminal has been formed by the metal deposit over the silica layer. So silica layer has not been penetrated to connect to the P type of channel, because the silica layer here working as the dielectric material of a capacitance, the plate of which working as the gate terminal and the P type channel. So here the drain terminal and source terminal are bridged by the P type TP type region. So this P type region will be responsible for the flow of holes between source to drain by the application of by the application of negative voltage to the drain terminal. The gate terminal is always applied positive voltage because uh, it will gather more and more acceptor near the gate end, so that the channel will be gradually narrower, so less amount of holes will be flowing through the channel. Now in this case, uh, if we observe that the kinetic energy of the holes are gradually increasing at the drain end compared to the gate end, that is why compared to the gate end, because of the higher kinetic energy, these holes are uh, creating more and more uncovered ions near the drain end. So that is why channel is more being pinched up nearer to the drain end. And if we observe the curve here, the pinch of voltage, that means the voltage sufficient to apply to the gate terminal so that the channel will be fully blocked, there is none of the holes will be flowing through the channel. So it is possible only at the positive voltage. So since it is P-type semiconductor, P-type metal oxide semiconductor FET, therefore after a certain amount of positive voltage, we are not getting any charge flow through the channel. And here VGS is equal to plus 6 volt, that is the threshold voltage, and gradually if we apply reduced voltage, reduced positive voltage, we will get a wider channel and we will get more and more drain current. So it is gradually increasing, and VGS equal to 0 volt, we are getting the drain to source saturation current. And if we still decrease, we are getting negative voltage to be applied to the gate to source terminal, and that will make the availability of the drain current larger than the drain to source saturation current. And this is because the depletion region created in the gate to source terminal is made more thinner due to the application of negative voltage to the uh, to the gate terminal. Because applying negative voltage, more and more holes will be flowing, because the depletion region is almost vanishing near the gate to source end. So today we have discussed in-channel JFET, MOSFET, as well as P-channel MOSFET. So here where it has been clear that MOSFET has several advantages over the junction field effect transistor because of its little bit complex configuration and little bit modified configuration, so that produces more enhancement, more possibility of the current. So some special characteristics which can be assumed as updated compared to the JFET. So that is why it has plenty of applications in today's integrated semiconductor device, because of its small space requirement as well as a small current requirement. So power consumption is very low, the requirement of space is very small. So that is why packing density of such a component inside the intrinsic inside the integrated chip is very high. Thank you. Components of basic electronics. So therefore, this subject is truly important for any department.